Good evening, everyone. How you doing? SNCF, how are you? Nice to see you. Right, doing a bit of on the road. It's very, very warm out there, so we'll see how we get on. You've probably got your air conditioning on, SNCF, haven't you? Lucky so-and-so. 1.05k, yeah. Not doing too bad, not doing too bad. Hey Lee, how are you? Nice to see you. Right, so the title of the of the stream, the best I could do, munching our way to Munchen, because let me just resume. I've set up a job. I've got a new truck. Well, not a new truck. It's one of the standard 6x2 trucks, but I've put a rigid box trailer on it, which I've not done before. So, been having trouble with the other one that we've been running because of the weight and it sort of slipping about all over the road. So, I've picked this one up and I'll show it you in a second, but we're basically going from Berlin, follow the red line, all the way down through Leipzig and Nuremberg, passing our guy Horst on the way back, and then we're going to finish in Munich. So that's what we're going to do tonight. If I can stand the heat that long, let's see. The air conditioning is on. Oh, you're in France right now. Excellent. Yeah, I can't get the umlaut on my keyboard. So we've got Munchen without the umlaut in the top. Lee, you're very good, but you're hot. Hey, Kobe, how are you? 38 in Spain. Wow, I think it's going to be 36 tomorrow in the UK, which is pretty hot, let me tell you. Anyway, this is what I've got. The standard 6x2 with the rigid box trailer on the back. Like I said, never run this configuration before. Let's just see how we get on. It's a bit lighter than the ones we've been running before, so I'm kind of hopeful. Now, I don't know about reversing though. Reversing's going to be tricky, but I've got loaded up. We're ready to go to Berlin. I've just picked this truck up, so I've just refueled it. So let's get going. Seville was 48 in the shade on Thursday. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I'm not very good with heat at all, to be honest. I don't know if you guys watched that house builder video that I did yesterday. That game is a lot of fun. I was going to play it tonight actually, but now I've got into it, the missions are kind of like an hour and a half to 2 hours. So I didn't want to sit here that long, to be honest. So we'll do that on a later one, but there's some very good missions. That first mission with the igloo is very, very basic compared to what comes up after that. So if you haven't seen it, go and check that one out. It's a lot of fun. I think it was Mr. Water who recommended that to me the other night when we were playing the Friday the 13th stream. So we can do 50 coming out of Berlin. We've got to do the pickup actually yet, 2.2 kilometers. Just while you guys are here as well, don't forget Tuesday is the Isle of Wight 2022 release for Trains in World 2. So I will be playing that live at some point on Tuesday, just depending on how work goes. So if you want to come and check that out, just keep your eye on the channel and we'll play a bit of that and we'll see what it's like. think so far people are pretty hyped for it. Majority of people are pretty hyped for it, so let's see. Right, let's see how we get on with this, because this is going to be a bit weird. The thing is, can I keep it straight enough to get straight back in there? Crash Simulator 2022. Oh god, here we go. I'm already snaking about, look. You're going to London and Isle of Wight soon. Nice. I've never been to the Isle of Wight. I go to London quite a bit for work, but I've never been to the Isle of Wight. But I must admit, since seeing it in TSW, I wouldn't mind going. I know if you're on the south coast, you can go for a day trip, can't you? Because you're pretty much right next door to it. Right, there we go. Let's get everything picked up. Now this is a thing. Do we put stuff in there, or do we put stuff in here? Because I'm not sure. You want more Autobahn streams? I mean, I could do another one if you want. Honestly, I can do it. I'm not bothered. It just depends whether you're the audience. You see, it depends whether you want to watch it or not. There has to be at least one more than you, Corby. Right, that's everything picked up now. 686 kilometers. I didn't realise it was that far. Alright, let's get going. Yeah, 600. I didn't realise it was that long, to be honest. It doesn't look that long on the map. But we'll make the best of it. What's our longest one that we did? Oh, we went to the top end, wasn't it? Was that about 800 kilometres? Not sure. Right, I've got to get out of here. Come on. So much AI, what's going on? I'm gonna make a break for it soon, I think. Right, here we go. Are you ready for the first crash on tonight's counter? I actually waited for me. Now there's a turn up. Not seen that before. Right, so we've got full fuel, we've got 8 hours driving time. Let's see how we get on. But we've got to get out of the Berlin traffic first. So Corby, are you still on holiday in Spain then, or are you? What's the story there? Or are you living in Spain now? Because you've been there ages, haven't you? Wigan traffic. Right, that's a red light, isn't it, for this one? There we go. Now we got a green. Good evening, Farah. No, you haven't missed the crash, not yet. We nearly had one because I had to I had to cut in front of the AI just to even get out of the depot, but fortunately they stopped for me. Yeah, I could use the other lane, but there's a risk of a crash then, and you guys would be trying to wind me up. Oh, you live there, Corby. That makes sense then. No wonder you've been there a while. Makes complete sense. You've got an important question, SNCF. Go on then. Was that a rubber duck or a laugh? What do you mean? Are we nearly there yet? You'll be asking for a McDonald's as well soon, won't you? How I laugh? Why do I laugh like a duck? This truck actually, with this trailer on the back, is quite nice so far. Oh, Spanish is your second language. That's handy then, yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice to fluently speak another language. I must admit, it's something I've always wanted to do. I can speak a little bit of German, a little bit of French, and a little bit of Chinese, but nothing fluently. Tanner family, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Good to see you. Was it on the road that had Burger Queen? Do you know, it might have been. I can't remember. You know, these games all, like some of these games all sort of merge into one, don't they? Because they're very similar. I think it was though. Yeah, like most people, I did French and German at school, which was a long time ago. I actually got quite a high pass at GCSE in French. Never used it since, but I was alright at it when I was at school. I've always tried to find out what a croque monsieur is, because in class all we used to order was a croque monsieur. I went to France twice, I couldn't find a croque monsieur anywhere. Maybe I was looking in the wrong place. There's some kind of cheese and ham toasty thing. But when I was in Germany, I did have an Erdbeer ice, which I was looking for, which was quite nice. So some of the things I learnt at school came in useful. Yeah, I know the basics, Kobe, that's it, yeah, basics. Pleasantries, getting around, things like that. Strawberry, correct. Yeah. Yeah, it's a toasty, is it? Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have eaten it anyway, because if it's got cheese on it, I don't eat cheese. I absolutely cannot stand cheese. So if I was in France, I would struggle, because I think they put cheese on everything, don't they, in France? Oh, there's the first crash, look. I don't even know how that happened. That must have been the back swinging around. There's another one, look. Yeah, it's weird. So the back end isn't going where the front end goes. Right, let's get straight first. That might help. No, I don't eat cheese. I have an allergy to cheese. Not dairy, just cheese. Something to do with the mould process, because cheese is foul mould anyway, isn't it? It's mouldy milk. So, yeah, I stay away from it. You speak Swahili, Lee. Wow. Between us, we could kind of cross the world, couldn't we? Wow, this is slow again, this truck. It seemed pretty nippy on those roads out of Berlin, and now it's really... I don't know what kind of hill we're going up, but it's underpowered again. So I'm wondering if there's a general issue since that last patch. Because we've had this so far with every truck that we've tried. We'll see how we get on, see if we can speed up a little bit. I'll get the cruise on. So we've still got 618 kilometres to go, which is a decent way. So we're going towards Hanover, Magdeburg. No, it's not heavy at all. Let's have a look. 28,000 kilograms. So it's really not. Or is that actually no? That's two, isn't it? That's twice that, isn't it? So the front one has got 28. The rear has got 28, so it's 2 times 28. So that's what it did. It when we were at the depot, it loaded half in the front, half in the back to balance it out. I did wonder what it was going to do and how it distributed those. So it must do it automatically, which is quite nice. They just really struggle with hills. Now the other thing is that the other problem I've been having with the other trucks was the front end swinging about as if the steering axle was in the air. I've not had that yet, but let's see. I saw somebody else running this truck with this trailer, you see, so I thought, right, give that a try. So the one we were running in, the big semi-trailer, I gave that to one of my other drivers. Right, I'm going to put the cruise on. I'm going to have to get out of this lane because it's closing on us. Hey Myrtle, how have you been? You alright? You got the same issue, yeah. Yeah, the front end isn't wiggling as much. I must say that. It's easy to control. That last truck almost wasn't fun because, you know, one little slight tap on the steering and it wanted to go left or right. This one seems a bit more controlled now we're on a straight. Ah, it's good, Myrtle. Nice to hear, yeah. Thanks everyone for coming in as always. I appreciate it. Take a look outside if I can keep it straight. Difficult, especially with that trailer at the back now snaking around. Every time I make a move at the front it wants to play catch up. Nice, Myrtle, nice. You wouldn't miss on the road, Barrier Annihilator. Yeah. I always say after I've played this, or Tourist Bus, we need to fire up Road Maintenance Simulator to repair all the damage that we've done. It's so difficult to stay in lane from this view. Trying. Hey Corby, that word there with the asterisk, has it put the asterisk in it? Have you done? Oh, I know what you're saying now. That's why you've put asterisk. I thought it was a rude word filter had put something in, but I know what you're saying now. I can see it. I know what the stars stand for. Myrtle says, "See, been playing House Builder. Was looking at that. Any good?" Do you know what? It's a lot of fun, Myrtle. I was just saying at the beginning of the stream that I don't know how many levels there are, but if you watch the video, I did the one building the igloo, which was about 20-25 minutes. The second one I did, the second mission took me about an hour. The third has took me 2 hours so far. And I don't know if Farah's in, but Farah watched the video. He also picked it up. Excuse me, and he also said it's quite good. Yeah, there he is. There's Farah. So Farah's a little bit ahead of me. It does require patience. It's good though. It's very therapeutic, I'll say. And so far, I don't know if Farah will say anything different, but so far, every house that I've built has been a bit different. So obviously you're using ice blocks for the igloo, then you go on to the next one, you're making bricks from clay and roof tiles from clay, cutting trees, etc. Then the next one is all built from logs and planks, etc. So there's a bit of a different experience so far with each one. So I'm quite enjoying it. And the other thing is, if you collect achievements, so in the video I didn't know how many trophies there were going to be because it wasn't syncing with the PlayStation server, so I couldn't see how many there was, but as Farah pointed out today, the sinking has started. So I think there's 54 trophies, Farah. But there's 54 trophies, including a platinum, and you don't have to do anything to get them. You basically just play the game. So it's got a lot going for it for under 12 quid, you know. 55 trophies. Any idea on release date of Construction Sim? It's out on the Xbox. Is it? I thought it was all September. It's already out on Xbox, is it? That's a bit strange. I thought it was going to be one of these that had a sort of global release across everywhere. Right, 524 kilometres, so it's still a decent run, this. But me and Farah have been talking about this. I think that when I've cleared the mission that I'm on, I'm just building a Japanese house at the moment. When I've done that, the next one I think I will do as a recorded video, and I'll put that on the channel. But it might be a two-parter because it sounds like it's going to be a big mission, that one. Hey Peanut, how you doing? Nice to see you. Well, we've got a wiggle on just now. Yeah, I think Corby, you're thinking of the older one, definitely, which I have got actually. Am I going off here? No, I'm not. Right, that was nearly a big mistake. Oh no, I should have gone off. Look at that. All right, this will be interesting. Right, we're going to have to take a detour. To worry. Three hours for that mission. Wow. Yeah, you're 80% complete. They're decent though, aren't they? Decent sized missions. Oh wow, look at that, it's put me back on track. Wait, 747 now? Look at that, 747 kilometres. That was like a 200 kilometre detour we just did. Oh my word, that can't be right, shoot. Oh well, it is what it is. We'll continue on. Yeah, that's mad, that 200. So what happens? I thought it would have, mind you, there might not be any junctions. I thought it may have just took us to the next junction and brought us back. It might actually do that. It might just be that there isn't a junction now for quite some time. I mean, if that happened to you in real life, you'd be a bit sore about that, wouldn't you? That's fine, we'll take it. Down on that minimap, I mean, I think I've got the minimap on its largest setting there, but it is sometimes a little bit difficult to see which way you're going. Some of the lanes are quite close together on that minimap. But not to worry, I mean, I'm quite enjoying this, being back in this truck again. So it's not too much of a problem. I'll have to keep an eye on the driving time. We've got 4 hours 37. I'd be very surprised if we can get there in that time. That's the in-game time, of course. It's not going to take us 4.5 hours real time. Well, I hope it doesn't. Let's have a look where it's actually taking us then. Right, so it's taking us to Hanover. So we were due to go. We were coming down this end. We were going past Magdeburg. We were going past Leipzig, and we were going all the way down this way. What it's actually done is taking us. It's taken us to Hanover. Once we get to Hanover, we will then be on the stretch coming back down. And we're kind of running in parallel then with the way we were meant to come down. So that's the extra. When we get to Nuremberg, we're back on the right path. So that's fine. Whoa, look at this. Look at this in front. What has gone on there? It's just random, isn't it? I mean, what has happened to that guy? Now, in Train Sim World 2, there's long been talk of having random events. It looks like On the Road has cracked it already. Puzzle Peanut says, glad to hear the mic is working again. Yeah, it was just a temporary thing. Do you know what I think it is? Because I'm streaming directly from the PlayStation, my headset goes into the controller, and of course my controller is Bluetoothing to the PS5. Now, the game sound for me was really bad the other night, but you guys could hear the game sound okay, so that suggests to me there was something up with the controller, because I wasn't getting the game sound correctly, but you were, so you were getting the game sound directly from the PS5. So it wasn't transferring to my headset, therefore the microphone was also playing up. Once I restarted everything, it was fine. I'm glad it wasn't the headset, because I paid 180 quid, I think, for this headset. So as for the controllers, I mean, I like this DualSense controller that the PlayStation comes with, but this is the second one I'm on already. I do play Call of Duty occasionally and Battlefield, things like that, things that are heavy on the thumbsticks, but the first controller got really severe stick drift in the left stick, but you know, I don't aggressively abuse the controller or anything, so this is the second one I've been through. And on the PS4 I had a couple of controllers, but I never managed to break any of them, so yeah, don't know what the quality's like. And the first controller, it was out of warranty, so I couldn't send it back, so I just had to buy a new one, which was a shame. So we'll see how we get on. Once I've got either the PC built or a new Mac bought, because I'm going to do both, then I'll be able to stream straight into the computers, so via a capture card. I won't have to actually then need to transmit straight from the PlayStation, which will be nice. You surprised at me playing Call of Duty? I only play Call of Duty if the theme is World War II. So I've got the current one. The one I had before that was Call of Duty World War II. So the next one's Modern Warfare, which doesn't interest me in the slightest. So I'm not a, you know, a sort of core Call of Duty player at all. But I do like World War II stuff generally, documentaries, games, anything. So whenever there's a World War II game, I generally play it. You thought I'd only play Sims? You didn't see Farah playing Friday the 13th then the other night? That's actually quite entertaining. You did alright, Farah, actually, to be fair. To say that was your first venture into that. Yeah, it did, Farah, yeah, it started going up, but I wasn't sure, and then it went. And it was literally a week out of warranty. So I couldn't send it back. Hearts of Iron. I'll have a look at that. Lee says, heard this game is getting more trucks. Well, they said that, didn't they? Well, did they say trucks? They definitely said trailers. I can't remember whether they said trucks or not, but you could be right. Do you know, it's been that long since they actually promised some new stuff. I think we've all kind of forgotten. I think it was as far back as March, April, you know, when they talked about the, you know, the tanker trailer, for example, which, you know, I've been looking forward to do something a little bit different. We've still not seen that yet, which is a bit strange. So I hope they put more trucks in, because it can only be good, can't it? You taught me a lesson at the end, yeah. I was laughing that much that my excuse is I couldn't play properly. I kept seeing you appearing at the window, peering in at me and putting traps down and trying to catch me out, and it was quite funny. It's a good laugh actually, that game. It is, you know, you don't need to take it seriously, it's quite good fun. Hey Epic, how you doing? Nice to see you. Epic says also play Warframe. It's also on the PS5. I don't think I know that one. I'll have a look at that. Warframe. Is that a World War II theme as well? Epic. Yeah, I'm generally interested in sort of World War II military history and things like that. So whenever there's a game that's got authentic sort of World War II weaponry, aircraft, all that kind of stuff, then, you know, generally I'll play it. And although the latest Call of Duty Vanguard, is very loosely based on World War II, it does have World War II guns. I mean, there's no uniforms in it. I mean, it's completely made up, which is a shame. But yeah, all the weaponry is World War II, which is quite nice. Wow, struggling up this hill. Come on. You know, now that this is doing this with every truck, there's definitely some bug been introduced. It's a little bit too much, this, going up a hill. Shouldn't be that slow. There's a tank simulator, is there? Fixing up tanks and putting them in a museum. I'll look for that as well. I've not heard of that one. Yeah, so although, you know, mainly on the channel I do show simulators, I don't just play simulators. You know, if you play something with a bit more action, it's definitely more difficult to read the chat, for example. Plus, you know, a lot of those games can be jump into a game, rinse, repeat, jump into another game, rinse, repeat. So, you know, I always wonder, does it make good entertainment? Probably not. But I've got other things as well. I tell you what I have got, which I started playing, and it's kind of along the lines of something else that, you know, I like, which is boats and ships. It's an older one, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which I know is an older game, and they brought it back out on the PS4. I kind of got halfway through that and didn't finish it, and I was quite enjoying that. I wish there was a more modern version of that, or something similar to that. And I don't play Assassin's Creed games either, but because that was pirates and ships and stuff, I was quite interested in that. I think there is a new game coming out. Is it called Skull and Bones? Which looks very similar to it. Is it Skull and Bones? You'll tell me. I think it's due for release in November. Anyway, it's all to do with pirates again. That looks interesting. Come on, up the hill. It's one of the better ones, is it, Farah? Right. Oh my word, we're nearly at a complete stop. Yeah, see, this isn't right. You wouldn't do this in real life, would you? You're playing Elden Ring, are you? Right. Skull and Bones. So it is called Skull and Bones. Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, I saw some of the release stuff last week. It looks alright. So I think I might be trying that. And the other thing is, I think you can. I think that's going to be cross-platform, isn't it? I think you can join together and have a crew. So maybe that's something we can look at if any of you guys pick it up later on. Stay over in this lane, I think. Still got 591 kilometres. So we've nearly completed that detour that it gave us. power again now. So the other thing is about this again, as we said last time, I think it's been a couple of weeks since we played this. I haven't heard anything else about what's coming next with this game at all. It's a bit strange, really. I might attempt to try and find out this week and drop them an email and just see if there's anything planned. Sea of Thieves. Oops, crash. There's another one. Yeah, one of my sons plays Sea of Thieves quite a lot. He's in the Insider program as well, and seems a bit cartoony for me, that one. He quite enjoys it, but I think it's very popular. That's probably what this this Skull and Bones one's all about. They probably looked at that and thought, right, we can make a better version, because it looks like a better version. But I saw the pre-order pricing was put out. I saw it on Xbox. I've seen the pre-order pricing on Xbox. There's a deluxe edition that's got some kind of season pass within it. It's like 96 quid. There is a standard version which was still 69 quid, I think. But it's not cheap. But I mean, it's all relative, isn't it, to the amount of hours you get out of something. So let's see. But I mean, that's on my radar, definitely. I think probably Construction Sim is the next one on the radar. That's the immediate one on the radar. Apart from, of course, any Train Sim World releases that come up between now and then. There's not been an announcement on any kind of summer release either for Train Sim World 2. Some people were talking about the leaked information about Train Sim World 3, but I can't see that happening. Given the fact that the summer releases are always kind of first week in August. We're quite close to that now, and they've usually announced it by now. But even if they did call it Train Sim World 3, I think it will be this summer's bundle, because they always seem to do a bundle for new players. They might just call it Train Sim World 3, but for the rest of us, I think it'll just be a rename and maybe a core update. Way of the Hunter, I don't know if I've looked at that one. What was the fishing one that was similar to that? There was a fishing one, wasn't there, that you mentioned? But I don't think that's coming out yet, is it? Right, 1 hour 40 we've got, so we need to rest. Let's just see where we are. We should be coming down to, yeah, we're coming down to Castle, which is where the home base is. The fishing one is from Hunter Core of the Wild. I saw Hunter, that's probably what's reminded me. Way of the Hunter, right, okay, we'll check that one out. When's that one due out, Peanut? sideswiped. Right, I'll get over this side, I think. Wow, that trailer behind's really swinging around. It isn't now, but it was in the mirrors. I could see it moving about. That one's 16th of August, and then the other one's to be announced, right? Got it. Pretty soon then. Yeah, it does move around a bit, that trailer, actually. Probably a maximum speed, that a safety speed that these are meant to go with one of those trailers on the back, but of course there's no manual, so you have no way of knowing what the recommended speed is for these. Don't think we're ever going to get a manual, to be honest. I think if we come across another trucking stop, I'll pull in and I'll rest, and then we'll continue on. Yeah, 20th of September, yeah, that's what I thought. I'm looking forward to that one, actually. What do you get in the extended edition? Is that just... is that more maps, more equipment, or is there's not a season pass or anything silly, is there? Wouldn't surprise me these days. Everything seems to have a season pass. Let's just check the map. We should be able to pull in around here, hopefully. Let's see. Oh, it's just the name of the game, right? Okay. So it's not like a standard edition and an extended edition. That's a bit strange, isn't it? Wow, we got some big hills. Are you ready for the 14 kilometers per hour? Come on, you can do it. It's weird, it dropped itself to 5th gear and then it started to pick up slightly. So maybe it's to do with the gearbox, just doesn't know which gear it's meant to be in at a given point. Let's see if it speeds up now we're in the right gear. It's trying to. Bit of a traffic jam. Yeah, 8th of November. Thought it was November sometime. Yeah, quite looking forward to that one. Wow, this is a new low, isn't it? Look at this. is constantly trying to get to a higher gear rather than staying in low gear and just making it to the top. And all this time, I'm running out of driving time, so we better get to the top before 38 minutes is elapsed. Come on. There's something definitely wrong though, for it to do this. Yeah, it's a joke, this, isn't it? Come on. The top of the hill's there. My word. Go on, here we go. Finally. One hour to do under 200 kilometers. Did you miss a bit, SNCF? Because we took a detour and we got down to 500 and something kilometers, and then we took a detour by mistake and it went up to 700 and something kilometers. So we've actually done a bit more than that. Is there a truck stop coming up? Have I just missed it? I've just missed it. There it is. We're sailing past it. So I think what I'm going to do is pull into the side and I will reset the sleep. I think we're just going to have to do it. So let's do that. Got a tachograph. Change that. Sleep. Tachograph in again. Change. Accept. Right, so we got another 9 hours. Let's have a look. Light switch. We need lights, don't we? How much light have we got? We need a bit more than that. Right. Okay. Right, just before we set off, I just need to get a quick drink, guys. Give me 1 minute and I'll be back. Sorry about that. Right. Let's go. We're on a hill as well, which isn't the best move, is it? Yeah, the handbrake on. That's one thing that does work in this. Oh, look at this now. You do not want to come out of a feeder lane at this speed, do you? Come on. This is just crazy, isn't it? Yeah, the night driving's alright, Lee. Yeah, it's quite nice. If you can actually drive, you know, this is not good. This is not Tortoise Simulator. Not the last time I checked, anyway. Oh. Come on. 12, 13, 14. There we go. It's finally kicked in. Right, hopefully, we're well rested. It's 4:18 AM. So it'll be getting light. We should be able to cover off this last 460 without any issues, with any luck. See any donuts run? I know you guys like the donuts. It's a glitch, Lee, I think. I think in the last patch they tried to implement some kind of physics which will work on, you know, how much of a load you've got in the trailer. And of course, if you're completely full, you should go a bit slower. But I think, from what I can tell, they've kind of overdone it in each tuning. It's kind of working, but it isn't. Now I'm speeding. Really bad. Try and make some time up. Hog these two lanes for safety. Ah, that one's ended. So that was that. Yeah, and this is, I mean, it wasn't doing that prior to the last patch. And something's reset, and just like that the sun turns on. Do you see that? We got sunlight. Oh, not only did we get a detour, we came via the hilly route. And this is the result. Come on. Whilst it's trying to get up there, I'm going to turn the lights off again, because it's getting pretty light. Yeah, they've been constantly stuck behind me, Kobe, as well. There's quite a few of them, I think. Oh look, they've all waited at the bottom of the hill, look. You see that? Trying to let me get a head start. Right. Hopefully we haven't got too many of those left. he says, and goes straight into another one. Come on. It's not a great advert for it though, is it, this? Not in a simulator. Trailer. Just look in that left mirror, you can see it swinging around everywhere, look. Dear me. Good job we rested when we did. That's the only other thing. You can see that big traffic jam in the mirror now. Do you know what? I'm not being funny, but it could actually come to a stop at some point. This is the worst one yet, I think. If I was in Train Sim World, I'd now be applying sand to get a grip. Yeah, it's going now in third gear, now fourth gear, fifth, it's just picking up now. Yeah, I do need a helper unit, yeah. It needs something. It's definitely not right. It's definitely not right. Alright, underway again, till the next one. The truck thinks it's in snow, and it does, it does. Actually, that's a good reminder, that, because I haven't played SnowRunner yet. I'm conscious of the fact I did a little bit of it, and I've not been back since, so I think we'll do a little bit of SnowRunner. I might just try a couple of missions from where I'm up to, just as a warm-up, rather than go back to the beginning like I said I would do. We probably will still do that, but I think just for the first one, I'll carry on where I'm up to, see if I can remember what I'm doing. Oh, yeah, FS22. I'll be honest with you, I'm a bit embarrassed about FS22 because like you guys are so advanced in that, or if you haven't played 22, you're definitely advanced in 19 and the ones before it. I am very slow at it, so I don't mind putting it on. I've been trying to build up a bit more experience, if I'm honest, before I put it on, but I don't mind putting it on. It might be useful for me if I do put it on, and then you guys can tell me what it is I'm meant to be doing. I think in farming sim, I think the equipment is difficult at first to get your head round. Because I'm still using the standard stuff they give you at the beginning. I've not really. I bought one. Did I buy a seeder? I bought a seeder, I think. That's the only thing I've bought. All the other jobs I've been doing, all the other contracts, I've been doing the recommended, you know, the rentals for the contracts. So I've been borrowing somebody else's kit to do that. But yeah, I'll put that on. Oh, you mean you're not an expert in farming sim, Peanut? You are. I think you've all played it for years. Well, we'll do farming sim, shall we then? One of the next couple of ones we do. Let's just see. I'm right at the beginning still, pretty much. So, yeah, let's do that. I think I said it on one of the other streams before. Right now, at the moment, a tractor is a tractor. I can't tell the difference between. I know they've got bigger horsepower and whatnot, but yeah, it's just building up that knowledge, isn't it? Of the best tool for the job. We're going to get there one of these days, you know. Oh, there's a traffic jam right here. There's a bus coming on. That trailer must really be swinging around for me to hit somebody then. Right, he's coming up the side of me now. I was going to move over. He's coming up the side of me at a rate of knots. Yeah, Farah, I think, yeah, you're right, I'll put it on. I've kind of been trying to build up this experience, but then I've not had much time to actually do that, so I might as well just go ahead and put it on, and we'll take it from there, I think. House number 5 is finished. 4 hours! Wow! So you're getting your 12 quid's worth then? Wow, 4 hours. That's a long one, isn't it? I mean, you've done all that today, haven't you, as well? Yeah, anyone watching, like we said at the beginning, house builder has got plenty to do in it for the price, so it sounds like both me and Farah can recommend it. Do you know the last thing I did in farming sim? I don't know if you remember a while back. I was trying to find out when you cut somebody's grass, and then you dry it out and you make it into the round bales. I was trying to work out how to scoop up the bales with the attachments front and back for the tractor. I found it a bit difficult because you've got to adjust them just right, haven't you, to slide underneath and then sort of hook them and pick them up. I eventually worked that out, but I did have one contract that failed, and I don't know who it was, somebody said to me, those bales that you made will stay there now. So if you ever work it out, you can go back and you can collect the bales. I actually did go back and picked up the bales now that I learned how to do it. Took them to the animal feeder place, and I got like $1,200 for each one. So whoever that was that said that was quite correct. So I made a bit of money off that. I just went back and collected them. I thought they might expire, you know, after a while, not be fresh or something like that. But I suppose in game terms, it was probably only a few days in between me putting them into bales and then picking them up and taking them to the animal feeder place. So yeah, I did make a bit of money off those. Did you seal the bales? I don't think it required me to. I mean, the process itself I was fine with. Once I learned, you know, worked out which machine did what, because one of them dries it, doesn't it? One of them dries it. One of them arranges it into lines. Then the next machine actually does the baling and then spits them out the back. It was the way to scoop them up with the tractor and take them away to be converted to money that I couldn't work out. And there's a few fine adjustments, isn't there? With whatever those attachments are called, I don't know the official word for them. They're kind of like silver spiky things on the front and back. There's some fine adjustments for those which I didn't realise. And once I got the hang of that, and stopped them rolling down the hill every time I tried to push them, I made a bit of money. So yeah, so there was no sealing required for that particular contract. I've done a couple of these now, and they've all been the same thing. So maybe I don't know whether or not it gives you contracts depending on your current rank or skill level. Maybe I've not got to that level yet, because I'm kind of in game. I'm kind of a couple of months in. I'm not that far in at all, and in real terms, I don't think I've played it for about 2 weeks. Just as a rough estimate. But yeah, we'll dive in this week because why not? And back on. Oh my word! That's somebody coming past me. Back onto House Builder, Farah. If that's 5 hours, was it a stressful 5 hours that, or was it just took a long time, but actually it was all right? Because I found the other ones, the one that took me 2 hours was actually all right. It was a lot of work, but the good thing is you can save halfway through, so you don't need to complete it all in one sitting, which is quite good. And the save function works quite well. Because I'm not going to be able to sit there 5 hours and do that. There's no way I'll be able to do it in 5 hours. Oh wow, now we're really spinning it down the hill. Look at the trailer. Wow. Right, how are we doing? We're doing just over 300 kilometers to go. Feels good. Tough in one session, yeah. I imagine it will be. I must admit, when I did the one that I did on the video, the igloo, right at the beginning, I kind of thought, oh, it's pretty straightforward if it's going to be like this, but actually it gets a bit more complicated, doesn't it? So when you get the tape measure and you've got to start measuring the trees you've cut down to make sure you get the logs in the right size, etc. It gets a bit more technical as you go along. But it's good though, good game. Wow, these hills. It was Mr. Water as well that mentioned that game. On Friday. It came out on Friday as well. I think it's been out on Xbox a little bit longer though. But PlayStation was Friday. This is crazy, isn't it? These hills are very long as well. But you see, look at us picking up speed right now, and the hill to me just looks as severe as it was down the bottom. But we're accelerating. Let's just hope it's flat from now on. I keep saying that, and then we get another 5 hills to do. Yeah, it might have found its... Whoa, the trailer's gone again. Look. It might have found its correct gear. That was gear 7 that it was in when it started moving properly. But it seems to spend a lot of time flicking between 1 and 4 when it's on the hill. What about the other stuff we've been playing? What about Tourist Bus? Has anybody heard anything about Tourist Bus? I don't know if you've been in the Discord, Peanut, but it's very, very quiet. You know, why do I get the feeling that it's been put on console, the DLCs have been put on the store, and then, you know, it's kind of been left there now. That's the kind of feeling that I'm getting. A massive wave of excitement when it was released, and then nothing at all. Yeah, Tourist Bus, you mean? Yeah, I would recommend it. It's a nice game. Just those little niggly things just need fixing, and then it'd be a nice, well-rounded effort, won't it? It's just been so quiet on Hi Cadman, how you doing? Oh, you recommend House Builder? Yeah, I recommend that too. Anyway, yeah, I recommend Tourist Bus too, and House Builder definitely. I'll just say as well that let's just change back to House Builder. Just for a PS4 game, it looks nice, doesn't it? Very nice. There's some popping in going on, but I mean there's nothing major. Quite enjoyed the look of it. Swinging about all over the place. Recovered from your neutering, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Peanut, I'm just worried that they're not going to finish it. That's my only worry. There's not a lot to be fixed in that, but you know, I hope they're not just decide it's too much effort. Right, we're at Nuremberg, which is where we will join up with the road we were originally meant to take before that detour. So that was me reading the chart. Me reading the chart gave us an extra 200 odd kilometres to do. You probably worked it out, Farah, as well. But you know, the more you progress with Friday the 13th, you can change those kills as well. You unlock new ones as you go along, and you can change the 4 that you've got selected in that little palette. Right, 246. 4 hours 12 on the driving clock. You know, I don't know if we're going to do that in 4 hours. Possibly just. That cleaver comes with the Part 4 Jason. So as soon as you get to the level where you unlock Part 4, you'll get that, but you'll have to use it with you'll have to be Part 4 to be able to use it. Because as you said, you have to be rank 100 and something to swap the weapons around. But it actually comes with Part 4, so. I think it's permanently double XP though, so you would rank up quite quickly. Did I have the chance to check House Flipper yet? Yeah, I did. I've actually reached out to them as well. I'm just waiting for them to come back to me. Because I know that number 2 is going to come out quite soon as well, isn't it? So back end of last week I reached out to them, yeah. Rank 113, Farah, that's right, yeah. You also get new counsellors as well as you rank up. They also unlock. Speed up slightly. Hope I can keep that trailer behind me. So I think the other week we did one of these streams and I called it the longest run yet. This one unintentionally has beat it, I think, by some way. I'll have to go back and double check how long that other one was, but yeah, this one was meant to be a short run down to Munich. And it's given us a fair run, hasn't it? A little over 200 still to go. We should be able to do that quite nicely. I think when we get to the end, we've just got one delivery to do. I think both items are going to Brutto in Munich. Drop a 240 pack intently. That was actually quite funny when you were doing that, Cadman, and Farah got you at the gate just before the police. Don't stew your tea bag too long, or that's what happens. Let's just do a quick check of the map. We're not quite at Nuremberg yet, but yeah, that's where we join up. Just at the bottom end of Nuremberg, that's where we would have joined up with the previous intended route, and then we just got this final stretch down. One of our other drivers is already there. Daniel's already there. Yeah, I kind of did the same thing, Cadman, because there was one match where I had the flare gun at the end, and I was going to shoot him and run out, and then I remembered that he'd got rage, so the flare gun did nothing, so he got me. It was like a schoolboy error. So we're actually coming off the motorway to go through Nuremberg, looks like. Still got 3 hours left on the driving time. See how we go. Wow, it's busy in Nuremberg, I'll tell you that. Got the old loss of engine sound bug going on again. I'm going to run this red light. It's only 200, a 200 fine. I'm looking for the Autobahn billboards again. I haven't seen any yet, I must admit. Maybe they heard what we were saying last time and they took them down. They're actually Autobahn 2 billboards as well. So Autobahn 2 must have been out at the time that this game had released. Because I think this is a couple of years old now, isn't it? Oh, what's happened there? That's frozen for me. Oh dear. It's frozen. Mid save, look at that. So I'm assuming you guys can still hear me, even if you can't see the game. Yeah. Alright, that's weird. Now, can I manually save it? Let me just see. No, it's stuck. It's completely stuck. Can't press the options button. Nothing's happening. Wow. Yeah. After all that. Yeah, exactly. Well, this goes to show, doesn't it? Autobahn did it, you're right, it was Autobahn. How weird is that though? Look at that. 159 kilometers to go. The bug of all bugs, a save bug. Well, let's leave it 10 seconds whilst we talk amongst ourselves. In the middle of the save and hope it hasn't corrupted the save. To be honest, if it has, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I've got a copy of it in the cloud, in the PlayStation cloud at least. It does save quite often itself, doesn't it? It does auto save itself quite a lot. Right, that's weird. It's not liking it. Just try the options again. Nothing. So I think that's gonna be the end of the stream. We did a 200-kilometer detour. It's left us with 159 of that still to do. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that, to be honest. There's another report going in tomorrow, I think, about that. I wonder if it's to do with. Well, I'm just clutching at straws. I wonder if it's to do with the distance, or could it be the. Well, it's obviously not the heat. It's not my PlayStation, because if you guys can still hear me and I'm still broadcasting, it's not the. It's not the PlayStation. It's the actual game, the active saving. So anyway, we'll leave it there then. Sorry you didn't get to see the end, but it is what it is. It's Autobahn, Part 6. We were running it, I don't know actually. What time did the stream start? Has it been about 90 minutes? Could have been about 90 minutes. Not sure. Maybe a bit more. So yeah, I will see you on the next one, guys. Thanks for coming in. Don't forget on Tuesday, which could be the next one, the Train Sim World 2 Isle of Wight 2022 route comes out, so I'll be streaming that on Tuesday, so that's probably going to be the next one that I do, so hopefully I will see you guys there. I will send a report about this. I'll see what's happened with the save file and I'll let you know. Thanks guys, see you on the next one.